Welcome back to Whiskey and Weights. And how's everything been going with your zero carb diet, bro?
Not very good.
What is that?
Day one, I felt great. Day two, I felt okay. Day three, which was yesterday, awful. Day four, this is the worst day. You just have like no energy. And I feel like brain fog. I want to nap at the time. I feel really unproductive and I feel really weak.
And I suppose if you got like a lot of work going on as well,
Yeah.
then it just makes it even harder, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's not exactly the most ideal thing in the world, but got to be done for going on holiday. And I think I'm just going to pull it in a day or two. Like, was going to do 10 days and I'm doing 10 days now.
So what are you going to do before you go away? Just like a repeat?
Like a refeed to whatever I weigh body weight wise, which would be like probably 75 kilos. So I'll do whatever that works out in pounds, like 167 something pounds, 165 pounds, plus 100 gram in carbs like each day.
Yeah.
I'll just feed back into holiday. And I think from there, maybe the day before I go, probably just like really low carb it and bring it 100 underneath my body weight and then go away and enjoy myself.
So obviously you're feeling uncomfortable at the moment with what you go through with the zero carb diet. So nowadays people I feel like are too comfortable in life with everything going on, with whether that's social media. Obviously you've just got that thing that's just coming, isn't it? That under 16s are banned from like Instagram and stuff.
Yeah, I've seen it. I don't really watch the news that much, but I've seen like Keir like put something like that. I don't know.
What's your
Like,
thoughts on it? Like?
I feel like you should be able to use it, but everyone just sits and like scrolls on TikTok all the time.
It depends what you use it for.
Yeah, like, I feel like if you're using it for like, I don't know, when you're 16, like, what were we doing when we were 16? You're I was on MySpace, like, trying to chat with girls that were, like, let's say 14, 15 in school. Or I was on MSN saying, can you webcam me later? That's what it was.
Yeah, but
TikTok wasn't a thing on like Instagram, so I don't really know how bad what comes up on a kid's phone. Like mine's bad enough.
yeah, but if your account's bad, you just go on your mum's or dad's page.
Yeah, I mean you could do.
You're never going to get away from it.
No, I don't really know why they're banning it. It's just it seems kind of pointless. Like you're just going to go into it anyway.
Yeah.
But no one used to ban me from MySpace when I was a kid. I went on it. I made my first MySpace with Alec Bell, mate. And my top, what did I have on my top? It said "cool dude" with an arrow pointing up, and I stood in front of my door like this.
Is that your profile?
Yeah, that was my profile photo on MySpace.
So I feel like people should get more uncomfortable with themselves, whether that's if you can't step into a gym because you're not that confident, or say you're comfortable within your job and just because it's easy, you don't go out your comfort zone to try and find something that's better for you. Say, like with you, you sort of stepped outside your comfort zone to build your own business, PTing. You had to step outside that normal sort of like retail hours or hospitality hours to do that. Do you have any advice for anyone who's looking to sort of try and build their own business?
I think it's just being like confident enough to doing it. Like people buy from people, and I think this is a thing where like if you're comfortable, like without going too much down the rabbit hole, like AI is just going to nick your job. If you're comfortable and you can't get your personality across, like AI may as well just do it for you.
I think that's the one thing they can't sort of replicate.
I will always buy from a person. I don't care if you're £100 more than someone else. Just because it's cheaper doesn't mean I go with them if I prefer you. Like I'll work with you, and like the comfortable aspect of it and stuff. When you relate it to like the people I work with, the people you work with, you're going to be uncomfortable before you start doing anything fitness wise. You're going to be comfortable with feeling uncomfortable all the time, and the worst thing is the change almost comes too soon. Especially if you're like lathering everything on someone once, you're going to become more uncomfortable, but then still be comfortable with how you were before. So as you trying to push past that, you need to get uncomfortable to get comfortable, which is the cliche thing that everyone says, but it is true. Like if I'd not done certain stuff, like started running when I did at the time, it was really uncomfortable. Like I couldn't like breathe after doing like what a K. And now I'm doing like miles in under I'm doing like 7.5 minutes under 8-minute miles, and I never thought I'd do that. But I've had to push myself to do that. Same with you with like playing football, where you can go and do it as a hobby. But as soon as you've been played semi-pro for gospel, Is it uncomfortable your first few games? Probably.
Yeah, it's almost like you sort of forget how to play.
Yeah.
So when you get chucked in the deep end, I've been put in uncomfortable situations so many times. Like, yeah, say with football, it's different to like staying for like an academy or something. Because if you just get chucked into the men's first team and suddenly there's a crowd of people,
Yeah.
and suddenly it could overwhelm you.
Yeah.
Other times, say like even starting social media, talking in front of a camera.
Yeah, that's like one of the worst ones. Yeah.
Because everyone probably think before even pressing the record, think, "Oh, that's easy." But
Yeah.
as soon as you hit that record, your brain just goes blank.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe how many times I sit there if I put a reel up on like my Instagram as like a feed one or even on story. How many times I've gone to record it or just stutter and so on like that. And you literally can't like sit and say anything. And it's so you think it's so easy for everyone else you watch, but I guarantee any like vloggers you watch anything still do it now.
It's
It's
just
still
repetition.
slightly uncomfortable, but people are watching you for you. You've got to get comfortable with almost like showing your own life and you actually recording yourself for someone to invest in you to then with what me and you do, work with you or me. Like a beginner looking at you has to invest into you, and the women that I work with have to invest into me before going, I'll work with you.
Yeah. Everything's to do with reps, I think. Like if I just put everything into like a gym scenario, like you go into the gym, you train 7 days a week and you're not going to see results. But if you constantly do it, you will eventually see results. Same with anything. Repetitions with being in front of the camera, repetitions playing football, passing the ball, shooting.
Yeah, well, I guess to be fair, when I went to wrestling training on Wednesday, Will would turn around to me and he was like, the more and more you do it, it's just reps of doing it. If we were doing like a suplex finishing move thing. But
It's
the
just
more
tweaking
times you do
everything.
it, the easier. Like he said to me, like the first time you go in the bench, like when you do a bench press, is it like as good as what it is now you've been training for it?
Because you
So,
learn to tuck your elbows in, you learn where to put your hands.
yeah, you
It's just
learn
these little
everything
tweaks.
that's comfortable for you. So the more you do it, the better. But that is the fact of why people will stay comfortable because they don't want to put themselves in a position that they just don't like. It doesn't even have to be fitness. It can be anything. It
Yeah.
can be like a new relationship, a date, going somewhere new that you've never been before. Even like
Being scared of
watching
the
something
unknown.
not watched. Yeah. Like spending your time with someone that like you don't really know, and it's like it's a very different situation. You go into the gym. You could be used to going to the gym for like a year, like say you and Brad train together. But as soon as you then change your training partner, does that then change? Yeah, you're going to be a bit uncomfortable with it because it's not the same.
Well, I even get it where I've been training for years now, but say if I step into a new gym that I'm not familiar with, I always sort of have that some doubt before walking in still because I don't know where each
Yeah.
machine is. Am I going to make myself look stupid because I'm just stood there wondering where anything is?
Yeah, see, I'm like, I don't like it with a commercial gym. If I go into like a pure gym, the gym group, anything like that, I don't like it and I feel uncomfortable in there. But if I go into like a bodybuilding gym, a private gym, I don't care. But obviously, that's where I worked the whole time. It's what my business is out of, and that's just me.
Mm.
Like I'm fine with like all the pin loaded kit or the
It's the environment, I think.
Yeah, environment helps, and if it's really busy, I'm not too bothered either. But I can just walk in a commercial gym and no one did anything uncomfortable. It's just not really for me.
But I feel some people are probably reverse, whether like a public gym like Pure Gym, they're more comfortable, but they come to like a bodybuilding gym that we're at, and it's a bit more, it's a different environment, isn't it?
Yeah, you've got people that just like care more. Like I think if you, it doesn't matter what, it doesn't actually matter what gym you train at and stuff like that. But you're like Gen Pop would always be at a commercial gym because they're cheaper, easier to get in, and it's easy if you like don't go that much because you pay $15.99. If you're at a gym where you're paying 40, 45 quid like you and me are and stuff like that, you're probably going to take it a bit more seriously. And at the same time, just the types of people that are in there, probably people that have trained for years and then moved out of a commercial gym. But again, there's nothing wrong with the commercial gym. Like, if I had no choice, I would go train at one.
Yeah.
I'm just lucky I work where I do and can go in there. And that is my preference.
I suppose it depends how seriously you're taking the gym as well, isn't it? Like, obviously, if you want to compete, you're going to put yourselves in a better environment, like the
Yeah, I think the environment's like the more important thing. Like, because you're going to get the better, say, better people. You're going to get the more like-minded people in that type of space.
more
than like a
experience in
commercial
that
gym.
industry.
Yeah. Like, you're not going to get many like 70-year-olds in primitive bodybuilding gyms. Like,
That'd be more the David Lloyd too, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they'd be more like your leisure clubs and places like that. That's actually somewhere I'd hate to go to, like a leisure club. I have no idea why it'd just be way too posh for me.
Well, it's just like the gym area. I remember when I did an experience at like a spa, and they had a mini gym, and even at like 18-year-olds maxing out their machines.
Yeah, everything's like so
But-
light because it's like leisure kit.
There's just no resistance to the machine.
No, when me and Brad went up to the other in that hotel we stayed at in Canary Wharf, me and him were like stacking everything, and there were those machines that they're quite cool to be fair. And they've got like your tempo on them, so like as you're like pushing out, the ball like comes up, and then as you come down, it comes back down. They are quite good, but yeah, me and Brad were stacking all of them, and you just sat there like, oh, okay, next.
Yeah, it's like the ones at Merrick Park, the golf club.
Yeah,
But to be fair, the kit's not bad there because it's got like the stability ones where it's got like the rope attached to the handle.
oh yeah, yeah.
So they're all like cabled. But when I went there with TJ, I was just going around just stacking them.
You imagine just walking in a golf club stacking kit.
And they were literally in there with just like obviously older people that were just doing like saunas and steam rooms, and they're just doing like the casual walk. Obviously, you had PTs there, but not to disrespect them, the PTs they would just sort of quite happily get paid by all these rich old people.
Yeah, I
to
feel
walk them around the gym.
Yeah, I feel it's more like a money grab thing. Don't get me wrong, there are some very good people. I know a few that like work in like leisure clubs and stuff like that, and they are very good at what they do. But it's pick, fine, and select really. As in saying with that, like same with anywhere really. Like you see it everywhere online at the minute, like pure gym PCs getting slammed. Like some of the videos, and you sent me that one earlier. Of, I can't even remember the person's name, but like stuff like that. I've seen the same video about 100 times. Like it's fucking boring. But I don't need the same thing. It's like, if you've done this.
Yeah, but the only reason they popped up on my feed is because of how they look, and maybe people would have an opinion saying they shouldn't be sort of teaching.
Yeah. No, I agree. You don't always have to look the part, because that's something I used to worry about like when I started, because I wasn't like the biggest and all stuff like that. And I thought, oh, no one's going to want to work with me because they don't want to like sit and look like me, because I'm not doing that. But now I do more athletic stuff, and what I go into with women, it's very more niche, and my business is busier. But if I was still like wanting to train everyone or like bodybuilders, I would go and work with me to be a bodybuilder, because like one, I don't do that, and two, I don't look like a IFBB pro. So there's no point. If I look like fit, athletic, and I do all these other things, there's a woman who wants to do like fit and athletic, or even guys that want to do that, come to me. Yeah. So it becomes relatable at that point. But I can't be sat there uploading videos like, this is how you do this exercise and stuff. One, people ridicule you for it online. So I guess, yeah, that's kind of being like uncomfortable as well if I was to do it. But you see enough of it, like you kind of need to like, you do need to stand out a bit. If you didn't send to everyone else, just pure GPC.
But if you're, say you look at it from an unhealthy person point of view, and you've got two choices, you've got someone who's in shape and obviously been there and done it, and then someone next to them who may be a bit more knowledgeable scientifically, but they haven't done it themselves and they look like the sort of average person, who would you go with? The one who's slightly got more knowledge but average, or would you go with someone who's been there, done, going through it? And
It's definitely like personal preference to it. I just go with who I liked more, but in general, they would have to. I would go with someone who's obviously like not in shape. But if you had two people that are like, you're talking like a tiny bit apart, yeah, I would just go with the one that I like more. But yeah, in general, I would choose the one probably that's like knows more and is in shape. You can find people that are both.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to set the 50-50 fence at it.
Yeah, I suppose, as you said, it depends on that personality. Like, if you just get on with them in general,
Yeah.
like you do with your clients, they're going to come back on it. So.
Yeah, and like, my retention was really good because I get on with them all. Like, I had a lady in this morning and I uploaded her Jesus earlier in the week. And like me and her at the end of the session, there's this little blue man at the back door at Primitive, and we just like punching and kicking loads. Like at the end, we both have a lap. She's like in her 50s.
It's almost treating them
Looks
just
great
as
now.
like a friend.
Yeah,
like
she literally just is a mate. Like, it's nice, like when you've got people like that, like Joe, who I do bits with, and stuff like that. One of like the mentors with the thing that I work in and stuff like that. Like, he's always sitting there like, why can't my clients become friends? Like, clients do become your friends. Some become like more. I've got people that almost seem like family at this point.
So I'm trying to
And
keep it
it's
too
not-
professional, though. I think.
Yeah,
I know there's a balance, but
yeah, you definitely need a balance of both. You can't obviously overstep, and you can't understep, because if not, you're just treating someone like a number if they walk through the door.
yeah. But I'd rather be more friendly with someone and try and get to know them more on a personal level than just sort of take their money and then bin them off.
Yeah, I've got like two women that say I'm like an adopted son. You sit there, you're like, really? I've known you for like 3-4 years.
How
and
many
you think
months
I'm
you
your
have?
son? Too many, loads, far too many. But like, I'm sat there and you sit there and you never think that when you start doing your PT course.
No.
Like you
You
never.
don't think about that side of things, do you?
No.
You probably just think, oh, I'm going to get this course done, and then you don't think about the relationships you build outside of the people you meet. You probably just think, oh, how many people can I bring in? So,
yeah, and it becomes a numbers thing. Like I first did this to like actually help people out. Like a lot of people now do get into it for money, and like don't get me wrong, if you're good at what you do, you can make good money of it. Of course, like we would want to do that. But at the soul of it, if you're there to like genuinely help people because you actually care, then you have a better business. Doesn't always mean you're going to earn the X amount that some people do because they're just trying to churn people over for money.
yeah.
But if you get a more genuine side across, you'll keep your clients. Like I've had people in service for 6 years now.
But
Still.
I bet you still push, even though you're friendly with these clients, you probably still push them outside their comfort zone in the training room.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, if they're just there for a chat, then obviously it's finding that balance as well. There to like have a chat with them, see how they're getting on, but also push them so they get in the most out of the session.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard because you'll be having a proper natter with someone. You look at the clock and you go, it's been
The rest periods are like 5 minutes in between.
and then they're fine, and then they do like 5 more reps on the next set at the same weight, which is really hard 5 minutes ago. Like, how have you just done that? You're like, oh, stop and spoke to you for 5 minutes about like food, your weekend, my life, and everything like that. I just get asked some crazy stuff. Like when you like do all your qualification stuff, you never sit there on like a course and they say, oh, your client's going to ask you this one day and this and that. I've been shown like stuff on Tinder. I've been shown pictures.
You can't prepare yourself for it.
I've been shown some crazy stuff, and some people watching this will know exactly who you are. Some of the stuff you've all shown me, and it's just so wrong.
But you just laugh.
I've seen some crazy stuff at 9 a.m.
I don't think anyone want to know.
No, it is so bad. We won't go down that route. But you're just not prepared, and you go, oh, God. And then you almost zoom in a little bit more, and you're like, oh, really? Someone's actually sent you that? Yeah. People are just dirty buggers.
You don't know what's happening in other people's lives.
No, I tell you what, mate. You
have no idea.
No, you never do. Not at 9 o'clock in the morning, you don't. No. The better ones are like when it's in the evening, you've had like all day, and then someone like comes in, and you feel like you're zapped with energy, and someone just comes in and gives you a big burst of energy, and then yeah, you just get loads off of them, and you're like, oh, do you know what? This is actually why like I really enjoy my job, because people can pick you up and down, especially for me this week. Like doing zero carbs.
What about in the mornings when they bring you a coffee or like breakfast?
Yeah, that's great.
Especially when you're feeling like this now. Obviously, you probably can't have the food.
No, well, like French, I can't have a French vanilla like coffee from Greg's.
But as soon as you come back from holiday, we ask you for all sorts.
Oh, yeah, cakes, scones,
never fret.
bread, pizza, Starbucks. I have everything boiled to me. Bits of cake. I've got some clients that are well good bakers, to be fair. Oh, it's so good. But yeah, in a minute, it's just like, can you get me a black coffee, please?
You'll have to bake for those stuff.
Yeah, we could have like a tray table of like
whiskey and bakes.
Whiskey and bakes. Oh, we could have like a tiramisu there. And then put the whiskey bowl in the tiramisu.
I'll leave that for you.
And pour it in. Like a cookie tray. You could just do like an episode where we just eat food.
Mukbang.
Mukbang. Is that what they're called?
Mukbang.
Mukbang. B-A-N-G.
Client mukbang. Will they bake?
Client whiskey waits mukbang. Every client who's baked me something will sit them on this 3-seater sofa and get them to sit and go, like, oh, are you comfortable with being uncomfortable eating this cake in front of the camera? And they'll go, yeah, it's on my plan. It's definitely not on my plan at that point. It's not. I think like over time, like I've become like a lot more comfortable with doing new things.
Yeah.
But it does just take its time, and the problem is you can like try something new for like 3-4 days and it's really uncomfortable, and then that's when you like pull yourself out.
It's like you didn't want to do this podcast.
No,
I had to ask you like
100 times, and now I've done it on Saturday in some sunglasses.
Yeah.
By the way, there is like loads of sun over there,
and this is only 3 episodes in.
Yeah.
Don't think what we do when we get to like 50.
When we're at 50, I'm gonna sit here like
in your pants.
I'm gonna sit here in my pants, eating a cake. Someone's actually gonna like clip that and hold us.
Like in your wrestling outfit.
I could sit here in my wrestling outfit eating cake.
Okay, Raven's doing what?
We look a bit BDSM. We'd have to put like BDSM whiskey and weights. Special chat room crowd. Yeah, it might be a niche.
No, I don't want horny men anything.
You might pay us.
Depends on what commercial.
I'd do it for a certain amount. Yeah.
We're not turning this into an OnlyFans. So doing
No, not Whiskey and Waste doesn't turn into OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Not unless some like grotty man from like Kansas City
No,
or
it's
something like that messages us and be like, "Can you wear a mask and eat food on the
Can you
podcast,
wear a mask, dude?
please?" Can you 619 me? He misses out in one. You're just like, oh no, not really, mate. No, I can't really do that. Before we finish up episode 3, what's 3 things that you're grateful for this week?
So number 1, having good friends to watch England games with. Number 2 would be having a good sort of family behind you to support you. And number 3, grateful for being healthy.